Hey, what is going on, you guys? This is Ironworks MTG, and today we're going to be rocking some classic Jund. That's right, we're going to be playing with Bloodbraid Elves and Lilianas and everyone's favorite cards. Are they the best cards right now? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on the side of no, but you know what? This is my most preferred way to play Magic. Liliana and Bloodbraid Elf are two of my favorite cards of all time, and I feel like they're just solid poster childs for Jund. Like, I was not digging Magic at all. Still trying to jam Jund. Before Bloodbraid Elf was unbanned, the day it got unbanned, just reignited my love for Magic. I really love Bloodbraid Elf, despite the fact that you see me playing Lurrus Jund all the time. I think that's just what's hot right now, and it's probably what's better. But anyway, moving on with that, we're gonna see if this deck can keep up in the companion meta. We're gonna see how we do. We're gonna do a quick deck tech here. So we're doing all four Bloodbraid Elf and Liliana, of course, because that's the name of the game right now. These are the cards that we're testing out. 2 Kolaghans command, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, 1 Kloyths. I think Kloyths, it's not a card that I often play with, quite frankly, but I think it's quite well positioned currently. You see the Obosh deck actually putting up some serious numbers, and I think it's thanks to this card. It's really good in the Jund mirrors. It's good against Burn. It's good against Lurrus in general. It's good against the blue decks, like the Yorion decks and stuff. It provides an inevitability. So I think that, yeah, Kloyths has a spot as a one-of in the deck right now, but that's going to very much vary on the meta. We're on 2 Scavenging Ooze. Whoops. Put that back in there. Where are you? 2 Scavenging Ooze. 4 Tarmogoyf, 2 Kroxa, 1 Trophy, 3 Wrenn and Six. Now, you'll notice there's no Bobs. I'm a huge Bob fan. I try to run it as much as I can in Jund. But the number one deck right now is Burn. Is just Burn variants, whether that be Rakdos or Boros, Monastery, Swiftspear, and Lightning Bolts. There's plenty of them in Modern right now. So we're not playing Bob. We're going to play the Scavenging Ooze. We're going to play the Kloyths, and we're going to try to have a good sideboard plan and a well-integrated main board against stuff like that. And with that in mind, also, we're on that 4-2 split in Inquisition's favor because, again, so many Lurrus decks. Everything costs 1, 2, or 3. Inquisition's just hitting, saving us life. It's important right now. We're on 2 push, 4 bolt. So pretty traditional main board outside of the Kloyths being like the spicy inclusion. Also, people usually run more copies of Assassin's Trophy, but I'm not seeing a lot of Tron. I'm not seeing a lot of big mana, so we're gonna try only running 1 trophy today. We've got Barren Moor for a little bit of value for our Wrenn and Six. Same with the Nurturing Peatland. We're on 2 Raging Ravine. Other than that, pretty stock mana base. Those are just our little utility lands that we're going to mention. Moving forward to the sideboard, very important matchup to win right now is Burn. So we're running 2 Huntmaster and 3 Brutalities. So we have 5 cards to bring in to gain life. Additionally, Huntmaster is good in the mirror, which we should see a lot of. And against like the little creature-esque decks that the Lurrus phenomenon has brought about. I'm seeing some Druid. I'm seeing some like hardened scales even. And I think Huntmaster can deal with those things at a reasonable. It is 4 mana, but if you can flip it back and forth even a couple times, this is a fairly grindy meta. Again, and blue decks. Huntmaster is great against blue decks. Another card that we get to play with very minimal downside because we're not playing Lurrus, we get to play Anger the Gods. So I'm pretty excited to play Anger the Gods. I haven't played this in a while, and I think it's pretty well positioned. We're on 3 Pillage, 2 Boil, 1 Ashiok, and 2 Nihil Spellbomb. Nihil Spellbomb, I think we're going to be bringing in a lot. Again, just good against all the decks we've mentioned. So if you guys enjoy watching my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, drop a comment below. Tell me what you thought of my lines, what I could have done better, what you liked, what you didn't like, you know. Start a discussion. And let's get into it without further ado. Alright guys, and here we are with some classic Jund. Looks like we won the die roll. And can't really keep this without a green source. Can't cast any of our spells. Pretty unfortunate. So we will mulligan. Yeah, we'll try this out. And we definitely bottom one of these 2 ravines. And look, our opponent also doesn't have a companion. We're both living in the past. It means our opponent's probably on... And they're aggressively mulliganing, so they're probably on some sort of combo deck. We might be able to leverage this Liliana plus Kroxa to effect, as long as our opponent doesn't immediately do something crazy. Hopefully they're not on, like, Living End and Neo form, and they just kill us really fast. That's... yeah, if they don't kill us really fast, our hand should be okay against an opponent that's mulligan to 5. Notably, though, they are on the draw, which fixes them up a wee bit. Cavern. Now I'm very confused. Human. Okay. Okay. So just a bit of bad luck on his part. Alrighty. So yeah, our hand's not looking good now. Yeah, let's just run out this Kroxa. It's about as good as this card gets. And also, turn 1 Noble Hierarch's going to make our Liliana Edict much worse. Discards Lieutenant, sure. Cavern number 2. Okay, Champion of the Parish. I don't imagine he has another 2-drop here. And a second Lieutenant, okay. So, Edict does not feel particularly good. He just pitches Lieutenant or Noble Hierarch, depending on the fabric of his hand. Is plussing reasonable? It gets a thing out of their hand. They attack the Lily. I think I'm more afraid of, like, Reflector Mage and alike, so... Well, we're definitely playing this Lily. I think that making them sack a creature is pretty useless. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make us both discard and try to live the dream of being able to escape these Kroxas. Okay, we got rid of a Reflector Mage. So yeah, that could have bounced our Kroxa. I'm pretty happy to get rid of it, and it effectively takes some power off the board, because had he played it, it would have pumped the champion. And Liliana might even be able to absorb a little bit of damage here, if they choose to attack it. You can send the champion straight at the... Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what he does. Yeah, okay, he's going to send 1 at me, 4 at Lily, take her off the board. That's fine. Blackcleave Cliffs. So, here, I think I want to play my fetch land. I'm going to play my fetch land, run out my Liliana. And we're gonna discard again, so then that way we have enough cards to bring Kroxa back next turn, right? Or possibly we have to fetch. If he takes Lily off the board, we'll be able to escape Kroxa. We get an unclaimed territory, not the best. I think Kroxa and a little bit of luck is our is what we need. Not sure if he's going to make the same play again, attacking the Liliana. I'll be fine with that. Yeah, I think that he's going to make the exact same play. If he holds back the Noble Herrick, it's because he's got like a Reflector Mage or something in hand. If he's got Reflector Mage, he's kind of got to play it now if he's attacking the Lily, right? Because otherwise he has to discard it to the Kroxa. So it might not be Reflector Mage. Okay, smart. He's not taking the Lily off the table. Very nice play from the opponent. Quite smart. Oh, it was just a Ziggurat. Okay. But, should still be able to put Kroxa on the table if we want, because we could just discard our card in hand. Maybe it wasn't that good of our opponent. So yeah, we'll discard this Stomping Ground to enable our Kroxa. And then we got to fade Reflector Mage. It's definitely the worst thing that can happen. Mantis Rider would also be pretty frustrating to play against. Yeah, this Kroxa can hold the line for at least a bit, hopefully, and we just need to draw like a string of removal, and we can get back into it. Our opponent plays a lot of creatures, though. A lot of live top decks. Okay, so land, probably pass. Very good for us. So, ideally we just draw a string of removal. Tarmogoyf's not bad, I guess. Now, I could edict them, take a thing off the board, play up Tarmogoyf, attack. I think that I'm going to cycle this Peatland before I do anything. Pulse. Yeah, so let's make him sack. I'd rather hold on to the Pulse. I think our Liliana's reaching its limit of usefulness. He's just going to play out anything he draws at this point. He won't sandbag a Reflector Mage because we have Kroxa in play. Now, do I want to attack with Kroxa? Or do I leave it back for one more turn? He'd be taking 9. So I'd win a race, I think, right? Let's attack with Kroxa. And then play Tarmogoyf. He could grow the champion above Tarmogoyf. But I'd take 4, I guess. Again, we kind of just want to fade the same spells. Reflector Mage and Mantis Rider are still the cards that kind of pressure us a lot and create problems for us, but alright, cool. Looks like our opponent drew a little bit dead there. It looks like he flooded at the wrong time, and we got to take advantage of that. So, against Burn, what am I talking about? Against humans. Goodness. We're excited to bring in Angers. Absolutely. We are excited to bring in, well, I mean, we consider Collective Brutality and Huntmaster. Let's take some stuff out first. So the Thoughtseizes are pretty poor. Inquisition's kind of medium. We want all of our Lightning Bolt and Fatal Pushes, obviously. Scavenging Ooze, Tarmogoyf are wonderful. Kroxa is... The thing about Kroxa is it getting bounced is kind of a bummer. Maelstrom Pulse is slow. I think I want to cut to Lily. She did an okay job in that matchup, but I don't think that's really what we want to be doing. I'll bring in the Huntmasters now over the Lilies. Kloyths is... How do I feel about Kloyths in this matchup? It seems like its modes are a little bit slow. I don't know that it's actually worse than Collective. Collective Brutality is better, though. I think I'm supposed to bring in these Brutalities. Inquisition's much worse on the draw. We're gonna try out Kloyths. I could see a world where it kind of like stabilizes our life total. We're gonna try out Kloyths against humans. I've not played with a lot of her, so I mean, if nothing else, it'll be a nice little test. I don't really care how well we do in the leagues generally. Just play for fun, play to test, play to talk. Okay, can't keep a no-lander, so game making our decisions easy. Thank you. I'll keep this on the back of Anger, and I'll bottom the Stomping Ground. Probably lead with Ravine here. This decision's a little awkward if we draw 1 mana removal, which is what we hope to draw, to be fair. Yeah, we just want this Anger to be good. Our opponent mulls to 5 again. Rip, dude. Okay. It's going to be a Vial? No Vial. Tarmogoyf's not looking impressive without fetch lands in play. Or without fetch lands to play. But that's okay. Okay, so we see a Ziggurat. Thalia would be annoying. Noble Hierarch. Okay, so he must have drew one of these 2 cards for his during his draw step there. Or else he would have done that last turn. Bloodstained Mire is a nice one. I can probably just play my Tarmogoyf here. I think I can afford to take the 3 right now. We'll run out this Goyf. Be a little awkward if we have to Anger next turn, but that's okay. He dismembers the Goyf. I'm pretty cool with that. Got a backup Goyf. And I would love for him to play 2 2-drops that are not named Thalia. Okay. Looks like a Mantis Rider. Sure. And I think I'll chew up Noble Hierarch plus Mantis Rider with this Anger. I don't really want to take any more hits from this thing. Ooh, okay, we're flooding a bit. Get our 2 for 1. It's going to be a Meddling Mage. Yeah, Meddling Mage. Imagine he names Lightning Bolt. Or Bloodbraid Elf might be a good name. Yeah, he names Lightning Bolt. Ooh, and the flood is real. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get this Tarmogoyf down. All the getting's good. Fetch for the Stomping Ground on the end step here. Okay, and this matchup's a lot closer than it might seem, actually, because our hand doesn't really do anything yet, but if we can draw any amount of spells, we should be in a pretty good position. Ideally, removal spells, or Bloodbraid into not Bolt would be wonderful. Grab the Stomping Ground here for Scavenging Ooze purposes. Oh, no. Okay, well. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Get out of here. Okay. Why are you open? Technical difficulties. Sorry, fam. Alright, fire up the Raging Ravine. Jeez! Fire it up. And, we're just going to send in this ravine. Leave the Tarmogoyf back. If he wants to trade 2 for 1, I will take that every day of the week. Okay. And that'll be it for our turn. Okie dokie. Ooh, opponent also flooding. We've got the bigger creatures. Alright, that's it. Unfortunate luck on our opponent's part flooding there, but that's the way Magic cards goes. So see you guys for the next round. Alright guys, and we are back for another round with Classic Jund, and, well, what's our opponent? What's he got over there? Okay, so is this another, this is either another Humans deck or Tron. I'm gonna say that if this is Tron, we just can't win. And if this is Humans, our hand is quite reasonable. So I'm going to keep and cross our fingers for Humans round 2 as opposed to Tron. Because we are just not going to beat Tron. And gosh darn it to heck. Gosh darn it to heck. Here on the channel, we try not to swear. Alright. The most impressive play we can possibly make against Tron. Turn 1, Raging Ravine on the draw. Wonderful. Okay. And what an insane turn of events. Our opponent does not get to play a Karn on turn 3. Poor guy. I cannot imagine the struggles of being a Tron player. Let's play this Tarmogoyf now, because our only hope is to start clocking. We need our opponent to have a pretty bad hand. So yeah, let's just get this Goyf down. I believe in Goyf over Wrenn and Six in this particular matchup. And they don't play like Dismembers in game 1, so I think he's pretty safe. Or at least I don't think they do. Relic of Prognetheus. That's not how you pronounce it. That's okay. That's okay. We can beat a relic. All right, we're gonna go to combat now because we wanna see if we can force this relic. Okay, I'm again gonna attempt to tempt this relic. I'm gonna bolt him now. Okay, he's gonna activate the relic to remove our lightning bolt. Just a quick activation, no sack. That's cool. So he saves 1 point there. Not the exact result we wanted, but it's okay. Let's... Does Inquisitioning him really do anything, or should I just get my Wrenn and Six down? The Wrenn and Six is just not going to win the game, though. So let's... I'm going to Inquisition him and play our tapped Raging Ravine, I think. He's got the Karn. And he's got the tower. But we got the pulse. We got the pulse. Gotta pulse that Karn. Oh, we got the pulse. It's probably not good enough. Okie dokie. Do your worst. Maybe our opponent will F6 through their turn. I think that's our best chance. No. No. Okay, he hits one of our ravines. He plays a second relic. Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, let's pulse this Karn here. Why am I holding the top of my head? It helps me think. Okay. So, see what our opponent does for turn. Yeah, okay, it's another Karn. I was going to say, there is a reasonable amount of dead air in the deck, but also there's Karns. So, it's just the way she goes. Okay, now, what is the best way to conduct this turn? Now, I can... He's not going to minus our land next turn because, well, one, we're going to put a Lily into play, which is going to be a much more tempting target. And two, he'd have to sack his Karn to do it. So let's put this Stomping Ground into play. Let's put this Lily into play. And in the event that he does opt to target our land, I'm going to decide to discard the Wrenn and Six. But if I discard the land, then the Goyf might end up being big enough to attack the Karn. No, it won't, because he'll just tap his relic. We're gonna choose Wrenn and Six here. Yeah, either way, he'll probably uptick this Karn, but in the event that he doesn't, I like having the Forest in case we top deck a Bloodbraid Elf. And is there a reason to attack Karn? Yeah, I think at this point we must. Exiles Ulamog. Okay. Nargoyf only gets to boop for 1. It's okay. I think the plan now is Lily. He's going to get to take our forest from our hands. Yep. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's got a companion. That's so good, actually. He's just got a 5/5 now. Man. No! How are we supposed to beat a companion? This is nonsense. Okay, well, I have to edict him. We'll attack the Karn, sadly. Okay, he's going to pitch his map. Probably, I would imagine, exile Relic here. Yeah. Okay. Karn's probably going to chew up our Liliana. Probably go chew up your Liliana, play Blast Zone, load up Blast Zone to 2. Yeah, this game is pretty much lost. I think it was lost a while ago, but there was opportunities to, like, I don't know, draw pressure. And we weren't necessarily dead. We were just, like, very, very unfavored to win. And I wouldn't say this is our very worst matchup, but it's certainly a bad matchup, and it's like our famously bad matchup. Okay, so he eats the Tarmogoyf. Okay, it's fair, I guess. Bloodbraid Elf. Hope! Hope has been restored. The dream starts with a Bloodbraid Elf. No. Well, I wish I... no, it didn't matter. Because we couldn't... Okay. So... Okay. And we'll bless. See what we get. You're going to get to attack this Karn off the table. And again, hope is restored. Okay. Get him, Bloodbraid. Get him. Get him off the table. Probably load up his Blast Zone to 3, not 4. Yep. And he can deal with Lily if he wants, but he'll have to tap mana to do it. He's got lots of mana. He's got lots of mana. Sylvan Scrying. Oh, even more mana. Sanctum. Okay. So if it rains, it'll pour. Alrighty. I think we fetch on the end step. Just to thin. We played a forest. Oh, man. Come on, Bloodbraid. I believe in you. If nothing else, we're making our opponent sweat and frustrated. And sweet, I guess I'm glad we grabbed Forest, so then that way we can eat nothing. Alright. Well, I mean, that's not true. Maybe, can he reoccur anything in any way? Like, I guess I can eat the Blast Zone, because there's not really a reason not to. Right? And I'm certainly going to play Scavenging Ooze here. Because Scavenging Ooze plus Bloodbraid Elf plus a Bolt can win the game. Sick. We're getting there. Bolt, 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 bolt. Lily. That's not Bolt, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, down comes Lily, and we're gonna fade like Worm Coil Engine. That would be really annoying. There's a lot of cards that get us here. Oh, take that, Tron. I don't feel bad for your bad luck, man. That's kind of what we need to win game one, sadly, is we need good draws, but we also, especially on the draw, we really need our opponent to have bad draws to beat Tron on the draw. That's just how bad the matchup is. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll bring in 3 Pillages and an Ashiok are our exciting cards. And then we don't really have much else. We don't have like our Collector Oofs and things that we traditionally have against Tron, because the meta is just not super artifact heavy. It's like mostly Lurrus decks and burn. That's kind of what we're geared up to fight. So against Tron, Wrenn and Six is poor. We can start by trimming one. Scavenging Ooze, although he did help us cross the line, is generally poor. Fatal Push is poor also, but they bring in Thought Not Seer. So I will probably keep one and trim another. How do we feel about Kloyths? It could be part of a progression that wins us the game, quite frankly. A creature-heavy progression, but we might cut it. I like Bloodbraid Elves, I like Liliana, I like Pillage, I like Ashiok, I like K-Command, I like Pulse. Wrenn and Six is unimpressive. I don't know how many we're going to cut or if we're going to cut them. This is another unimpressive card. I know people like to cut lightning bolts in the matchup, but I am going to keep them in because sometimes you get into a situation where you can just finish them off with a bolt. Also, they bring in Thragtusk, so it can kill a Thragtusk or the back end of a Thragtusk. So we have to cut 2 of these cards. I think that we're going to be on the draw again. Kloyths being 3 mana really doesn't impress me. I think I'm going to trim the Kloyths and the Ooze. No, I'll keep the Ooze over the Wrenn and Six, just because the Ooze... Let's try this. Sorry, I'm really back and forth right now. We're going to try this out. Yeah, final answer. I think we can sometimes leverage Wrenn and Six to some effect, or he can help smooth our draws, and I don't know. That's probably fine. This hand's not good. We need hate, especially again on the draw. Again, this is really clunky. We're just going to have to mulligan to 5. And pretty unfortunate luck, but here's what we got. So I'll bottom the pushes. And we're going to have to get lucky here. Like, real lucky. Turn 1 map. Alright, so far, it's looking bad for us. So, I'm going to play this Barren Moor tapped. Feels bad. That was kind of our window for Inquisition to be any good at all, but I think I want all my colors. Blast Zone, okay. Ashiok's not bad, actually. Let's fire off an Inquisition first. We're not going to get Veil of Summered, so it's a good time to do it. Okay. We see Ancient Stirrings, Sylvan Scrying, Thought-Knot Seer. Let's grab black-green here. I'm just going to Inquisition him again, because this is, again, it's just like the only window for these Inquisitions to be any good. I am cutting myself off of red this way, but we don't have any red spells to speak of right now, so just hoping to get lucky, hoping to slam this Ashiok in time. Although I'll probably play Lily before Ash, because we have to get the Liliana under the Thought-Knot Seer. Or we don't necessarily have to if we draw land, because one deals with it or the other does. He's got one unknown. Land. Damn it. Fuck. Okay, we probably lose. If he hits a land, we almost certainly lose. Yeah, there's a forest. Thought-Knot Seer will almost certainly take our Liliana. So if we don't draw a land here, I'll probably just concede and go to the next game. He'll take the Lily, and if we can draw a fetch land, I'll keep playing, because we can pulse the Thought-Knot Seer and maybe leverage this Kroxa. Okay, we drew a Lightning Bolt, so let's just scoop it up here. And going on to game 3. So we saw the Thought-Knot Seer. So Fatal Push is kind of poop, but also can deal with the Thought-Knot Seer. So we'll keep it around. Do I change anything? You know what? I don't think Kloyths is good, because he couldn't remove it with Karn and Ugin. So if it was an immovable emblem that can like maybe win the game, I would consider it a little bit more. Another one-lander, huh? Okay, well, we have to mulligan again. Oh, man. Is this going to be another game where we got to mold a... Yeah, I'm going to mold a 5 here, unfortunately. This sucks. Okay. Feels really bad. Tower Star, okay. Maybe we should have kept our one-lander. Is that the takeaway here? Tarmogoyf's a good draw. That's the takeaway. Never mulligan. I mean, to be fair, we had unbelievably good luck in game 1. relic. It's annoying. It's quite annoying. Let's get in here with the Tarmogoyf. And I think we're just going to do this now. Grow our Tarmogoyf past, well, try to grow our Tarmogoyf past Dismember range as soon as possible and get him for a little bit of damage now. He discarded a forest. And we get to kill that relic before it cycles, so, I mean, that's something. Hopefully we draw... Ideally, we draw, like, land, play Bloodbraid Elf, Pillage. That's the dream. Although we did just play Forest, so we could have Veil of... Oh, Veil of Summer doesn't matter, though. Alright, come on, deck. You can do it. I believe in the heart of the cards. Exodia. Exodia in this particular window is this Bloodbraid Elf hitting a Pillage. Okay, so let's summon Exodia here, shall we? Okay, I guess it's not the worst Cascade. We could have hit like one of our other Fatal Push. Kroxa's pretty good in the matchup because if he wipes our board, we can still bring back Kroxa. Also, this grows our Tarmogoyf. Okay, so we're playing Magic cards. I'm sure he's got some kind of payoff in hand, though. Our biggest fear at this stage would be... I'd rather play against... What's worse, Wormcoil or Ugin here? Both those cards would be really awful. Like, for us to play against, not for him. It'd be great for him. Okay. We are Troned up. We are Tron donned. Oblivion Stone. Well, that's annoying. So he's got to crack the stone. Okay, so I'm considering Fatal Pushing our Tarmogoyf here. Because that 1, 2, 3... That would put a 5th card in the yard to bring back Kroxa next turn. And I think with our opponent at such a low life total... Pretty questionable play. I know. I'm sure there's a lot of question marks out there. But why? Because I think that I need to kill my opponent as fast as possible. Because every turn that passes by is another turn where he can play a Wormcoil Engine, and then we can't win the game anymore. So, that's the play we're taking. And Fatal Push is, like, generally just pretty bad. Okay, so he plays Map. That's fine. I don't think he has a big payoff card, or else he would have just slammed it on the table, right? Oh, never mind. He does the slow roll, the mighty slow roll. He eats our Raging Ravine, thus stopping us from being able to bring back Kroxa. It's all so bad for us. Sucks. And he'll probably eat another land. Okay, he's got mana for Ulamog, so we must take Ulamog. And I think that's it, boys. I think, hold F in the chat. Hold F in the chat for not hitting Pillage off Bloodbraid Elf. I don't know. We were asking a lot. And there's a relic. I think that seals are up, but I don't know. See if we draw Bloodbraid Elf in. Oh, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Now it's a party. Okay. All right. We'll let him have his fun. Yeah, you 100% do that. That way we can't live the dream anymore. Okay. Boop. All right. Good game. Good game. GG's. Alrighty, and that's just kind of how the Tron matchup goes, right? We'll see you for the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another round with some classic Jund. And looks like we're going to be on the draw. Can we keep this hand? I mean, it's fine, right? Our opponent doesn't have a companion, so I think they're on a combo deck, which would make this hand not so fine. Maybe we should... They mulligan once. Maybe we should be looking for a Huntmaster. This hand's functional, though. In the dark, do I keep it? Sure. I mean, if it's some kind of combo deck, we do have Liliana, which on the draw is probably too slow, but opponent mulls to 5. Maybe we would have been rewarded for looking for an Inquisition, but 4, holy cow, okay, it's definitely some kind of combo deck or someone with horrific luck. Hoping it's the latter, quite frankly. We just had to play against Tron, so I'll take a free win at this point. Okie dokie. What do you got for us? Urza's power plant? Get out of here with him! Alright, at least we've got Assassin's Trophy. And if any card can win the game on its own, it's going to be Liliana of the Veil. So we will cycle our Barren Moor on the end step. And then trophy him on the following turn. Hopefully he just misses a land drop here, and then we are... no. Never. He's got it. He's got it, boys. Tron assembled. Good job. If there's any deck that's... This is one of the decks that really, really benefited from the London Mulligan here. We only have one trophy, or yeah, one trophy in our deck, so I guess we're pretty lucky to have it in our opening hand. But again, if we could just not play against Tron for any more of our matches, that would be just wonderful. Yeah, we let him draw his card, and then we trophy him. He's not going to have Veil of Summer game 1. And he doesn't have green up anyway, even if he did. So anyway, yeah, we're going to trophy this tower away. And then we're going to hope that he doesn't just play another tower. Okay, now, I guess I'm going to play Liliana before I play Kloyths. We'll discard... I guess the push can get discarded. I mean, our other cards are just lands, but so maybe we should just discard a land, but Expedition map, okay. Crack now, okay. If this is an O-stone, I'm going to be so mad at you. It's not. Okay. I forgive you. Wrenn and Six, not bad. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad. And this Barren Moor here. Next turn we'll put this Kloyths down, I guess. Unless we draw something a little better. We don't really have much pressure, except for Liliana ultimate, of course. If this Liliana doesn't get to ultimate, we probably lose. Ancient Stirrings, okay. Sure that'll find something crazy. I can actually deal with a Worm Coil engine because I can Edict Pulse the tokens. A tower, okay. Does that mean he's got another Ulamog? Karn. Okay. Karn. Sure. Okay, what's he gonna grab here? Walking Ballista. Okay. Slightly annoying. Shoot our Liliana. See if we can draw a bolt here. Hey! Should I bolt the Ballista or the Karn? I guess we'll bolt the Ballista, pulse the Karn. Just gonna fire off those shots at our Lily. It's pretty unfortunate that we're not gonna get to ult our Lily on curve here. Tarmogoyf, not the worst, not the best, because I can't play Tarmogoyf and pulse this thing in the same turn. I think I have to pulse this thing. And pulse the Karn. Which of my cards? Okay, what do I discard here? I guess I discard the Overgrown Tomb because I can just pick up a land and play both of my threats next turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and we got to fade some top decks here. Oblivion Stone. No! He's going to bust it now, sure. Sucks. Well, it wasn't the worst. We get to play both our threats here. Yeah, let's play this Kloyths. And this Tarmogoyf. And the dream scenario is that we get a Bloodbraid Elf and we can cascade into something, turn on our Kloyths, and just start hammering in here. Because our opponent's top decks are going to be pretty insane if he finds them. Okay, so Kloyths. Let's think here. Maybe I want to add a red. Black, black. Or do I want to ping them? I think I want to get this Kroxa into play. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't work either way. I can't do both. So let's just eat. I guess the Ulamog. Sure. Go to mine, sure. Okay, opponent's a 9. We can get him next turn, hopefully. Another Oblivion Stone. Well, that's a bummer. We can play Kroxa after combat. Well, he's got to kill the Tarmogoyf during combat. Because otherwise the Kroxa trigger will kill him. There's still a good chance we win this game with that in mind. I don't know, I guess we'll grab the Oblivion Stone. Doesn't really matter. Verdant Catacombs, Overgrown Tomb, Wrenn and Six, Fatal Push, Catacombs, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Moment of truth here. Kloyths gets him in 2 turns. Sick. Cool. We get to steal another game 1 off of Tron. Feels good, man. So, same plan as last time. Ashiok, Pillage, Pillage, Pillage. So the main difference in his deck and our last opponent's deck is our last opponent got the Companion. He's going to have access to Walking Ballista. I think I would rather fight against Walking Ballista than the Companion. I'm not sure which one's better. I want to lean on saying playing a Companion, if you can, is better than not playing a Companion. But I digress. So, what do we want to do this time around? I mean, I'm into cutting a push like we did last time, and an ooze, and maybe just trim here and there. Wrenn and Six is bad, we know this. Kloyths is going to be much worse on the draw. Yeah, I'll cut it because it's 3. Although it did do stuff that game. But again, it's the whole Karn issue. Okay, so how do I feel about what I've got going on here? I think fine. Yeah, we'll try this out. We will try this out. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Certainly. We hope not to get veiled on turn 1. That would be unfortunate. Opponent mulls to 6. We keep our 7. Waiting to see if our opponent will mulligan again. If he mulls again and doesn't veil us, that could be a recipe for a victory. Forest Ancient Strings. Okay, cool. I was going to say, he's going to go Forest Go, and I'm going to be so sad. Okay, so this is a window for our Inquisition to maybe do something. So let's lead on the Inquisition. So he's not going to be able to play a big payoff card next turn anyway. And I'll play Thoughtseize over Scavenging Ooze, I think. Okay, so we see a map and a Sylvan Scrying. Spatial Contortion O-Stone. I think I'm supposed to take the Scrying. The map's awkward because he goes land map and then he can't correct the map. The O-Stone is frustrating, but we can deal with it with K command. The O-Stone's only really frustrating because it stops Ashiok from being able to do stuff. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Scrying here. As always, let me know. Let me know what you guys would have done. Those Inquisition Thoughtseizes are not always perfectly clear. I feel like it's one of the most challenging thing, low-key, one of the most challenging things about playing this archetype is just doing those little things properly. So he finds a mine. He's got 2 out of 3 Tron pieces. He's going to play a map, which will find the last one. A second K command. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize this O-Stone here. Yeah. Bolt's not what we're looking for. I'll just play the Ashiok here, I think. And I'll mill myself, hoping to hit a Kroxa so we can start applying pressure. Oh, I think he should have cycled this star first, right? Maybe? I don't know. I don't Tron. It's probably what I would have done, though, right? It just seems a little more... it might not matter, though. My thought was that he would be more likely to have his payoff card during his turn and not waste mana. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Okay. And we draw Nurturing Peatland. I think I'm going to just target myself again here. Did not find Kroxa, and we put a Pillage in the yard. Pretty unfortunate. I'm going to K-command the opponent and return my Tarmogoyf. Let's not be too hasty. Let's wait to see what he plays. Maybe we can get rid of a threat. Like if he plays Thought Not Seer, for example, I can K-command plus bolt it. So yeah, let's hold up. He does not do anything. So let's K-command, make him discard and return Tarmogoyf. So we'll turn Tarmogoyf and make our opponent discard. Discard Spatial Contortion, sure. A second Tarmogoyf. Yeah. We're just going to play them both. Oh. For myself. There's a Kroxa. Okay. So next turn we get to attack for 10. Okay. Do your worst. Don't actually. I'd rather you just keel over and die. Oh, that's a big thing. Ah! My whole board! Yeah, maybe I played into that, but I just wanted to put a clock on. Figured a 2-turn clock was a good one. Let's get this Kroxa down. Red, red, black, black. Kroxa's gonna instill hope. Alright. So we'll get rid of no, I'll go for those lands. So lands first. Land, 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 land. We keep Raging Ravine. What do we hit? We hit a tower. Okay. So maybe our opponent's just got a couple lands in hand and we can clock him with this Kroxa. That's the hope. Chromatic Star. Sure. Cycle Star. Map. Cycle Map. Okay. Blast Zone's a good one. Although Kroxa's pretty resilient to Blast Zone. Okay, well, let's start by going to combat, I guess. That was maybe a mistake. We should have Inquisition first. No, actually, it worked out, I guess. Because he could have hit, I don't know, something off the, It's debatable. I don't think this, hopefully this doesn't change our clock. It's going to put a single counter on the Blast Zone. And okay. We're going to K-command him during his draw step. We're going to make him discard and pick up our Bloodbraid Elf. And hopefully he doesn't veil us. So return Bloodbraid, make you discard. I'll probably bolt him too. I just want to deploy my spells. Come on, show me a big payoff card. Discard like a Wormcoil Engine right here. Oh! Man, that felt good. Feels really good. Okay, fire off this bolt here. He's going to have to activate his Blast Zone this turn. No reason not to cast this. Just another card in the graveyard. Yeah, so he cracks the Blast Zone. We attack with our Bloodbraid Elf. No, we... Oh my god, we click through our attack. That could very well cost us the entire game. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know if we're being forgiven here for that mistake. I'm so sorry if that cost us the game. So I guess let's start by going to combat. In fact, I think yeah, that matters a lot. The 3 points of damage matter a ton, because we could have killed him this turn. Okay, am I missing something? Can I? So let's Inquisition him to try to make sure that our... Okay, so he's got a forest, wonderful. So we're gonna escape this Kroxa because if he like does some kind of graveyard nonsense, then we still have our Kroxa in hand, which is effectively a burn spell. So we should have the game. We need to fade Thragtusk. Thragtusk would be really, really unfortunate. And he gets to keep playing. Then again, Thragtusk... I think we still win through Thragtusk, right? Yeah, we still win through Thragtusk. Because we... Yeah, perfect. Sick. Sick! Oh, take Tron in 2. Sorry about that misplay, you guys, earlier. I clicked through the attack was a mistake, but... yeah, sweet. We got to draw our great cards. Our opponent kind of... It doesn't happen often, but Tron does play a high density of these... of dead air to try to do this degenerate stuff. It's quite necessary. And they can just draw too much of that and lose the game. So we get to win on our raw card quality, and we'll see you in the next game. Hey guys, and we're back for round 4 with Classic Jund. We're 2-1. Hoping to fade Tron one time. Okay, Yorion the Sky Nomad. So, how do we feel about this hand? Can't cast our Thoughtseizes, but Wrenn and Six is pretty good in these matchups. On the play. Do we risk it? No. You know what? Without a fetch land, if either one of these lands was a fetch land, this would be a snap keep, but we're going to go for a mulligan here, unfortunately. This is probably slightly better. I think he'd have... I think this is a matchup where Klothys could be good. Okay, so... Not sure how good Bolt is in the matchup, because if it's a creature-based value kind of deck, then obviously the Bolt's going to be great. But if it's more of a control deck, then it's going to be kind of bad. Oh, our opponent mulligans to... No, our opponent keeps 7. So, yeah, let's keep this guy, and I'm gonna chance it here and bottom this Bolt. Hopefully we don't get too punished. I want to keep these lands because we've got the Bloodbraid Elf. All right, so let's shock in and Thoughtseize our opponent. See what's up. Alright, it is like a control-y based deck, so I guess I'm happy I took the... We'll take the Ice Fang Coatl. Pass the turn. And yeah, Klothys should be pretty good against well, what he's got going on here currently. It's probably a Euro deck too. So hopefully this Klothys can resolve. Let's just hit him with the Thoughtseize now. Alright, Growth Spiral, Supreme Verdict. I think I probably Field of the Dead. That's... Alright, let's take the Growth Spiral here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can kind of ignore the Supreme Verdict for now. The Growth Spiral can draw into cards that we care about more, like Euro and whatnot. Okay, so hopefully he didn't just draw counter magic this turn and we can resolve our Kloyths, because if we can resolve our Kloyths, then it can chew up one of these lands and get us to our Bloodbraid Elves, which we just drew a second copy of. So yeah, Kloyths resolving here is going to be pretty paramount to the way that we've structured our discard spells. The opponent's fetching, and I'm sketching. Okay. Growth Spiral, sure. You got it. Let's Field of the Dead into play. Opponent's mana is not super well set up to be able to... Oh, now it is. I was going to say to cast Supreme Verdict anyway, but he corrects us in a hurry. We're getting fielded here, so he can fix his mana. Teferi. Okay, well that makes our Bloodbraid Elves not very good. And he bounces the Kloyths. What a tilt. Teferi is so good. Damn, dude. Okay, well, I'm just going to redeploy this Kloyths here. And unfortunately, we might be in a position where we have to just cast our Bloodbraid Elf for no value just to get rid of the Teferi. Okay, he cannot Supreme Verdict us during our turn, notably. You might just play Yorion this turn and blink the Teferi, bouncing the Kloyths. He does not. He does not do that. So wait, blue. Okay. So let's eat this Misty Rainforest. We drew another Bloodbraid Elf, so really important to get this this Teferi off the table because it's really messing with what we're trying to do here. Add red. Cast Bloodbraid Elf. Really need to get rid of this Teferi. What am I missing? Wait, oh, does this make an additional mana? How does this work? Oh. Oh, never mind. I am not paying attention, clearly. Either way, we kind of had to force that. Get that out of the way. Okay, Misty Rainforest comes down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still not there yet, but... I guess we'll eat, we'll eat a Verdict. And we'll try to Bloodbraid Elf again. Feels real bad, but again, we've just absolutely got to get rid of this Teferi. Because it's going to bounce our Kloyths. It looks like he's got an answer. Yeah, gross. Extremely gross. Field of Ruin, alright. So we have a swamp here. He gets a zombie. Yeah, feeling pretty dead here. Don't think we can actually fight through this nonsense. Should probably just scoop up and try to win off the back of... Alright, that's too much. Yeah, he's going to get another zombie. He's going to put Cryptic Command on top. The value is way too real. Now, those are actually... that is maybe one of our worst matchups. Worse than Tron, I mean. Because they just have such insane inevitability. So we're going to bring in Boyle. And notably, he can play around Boyle a lot better than a traditional... Mystic Sanctuary deck, but hopefully he falls into it. It's really nice when you get to win game one and then like sneak in that game one win and then get him with a Boyle. But even if we get him with Boyle in game two, he's going to be really ready in game three. Anyway, 2 Boyle. Ashiok's probably okay because I'm sure he's a Euro deck. Yeah, let's bring in the Ash. I can consider the Huntmasters and the Spellbombs. Probably don't want to play the Brutalities. Okay, Push is pretty bad. Probably want to trim back some Lightning Bolts. Inquisition and Thoughtseizes are all great. Scavenging Ooze is actually good. It eats Euro once again, and it can mess with a Mystic Sanctuary. Wrenn and Six is good. Trophy's good. Kroxa's fine. I'm actually gonna cut these Tarmogoyfs. I'm gonna bring in the Spellbombs and the Huntmasters. And maybe 1 Brutality or a Bolt. Which one's better? The first Brutality or the third Bolt? The reason I cut Tarmogoyf is it just doesn't line up against what he's doing at all. Like he ambushes it with Icefang Quaddle, Euro can outgrow it, it gets pathed, it gets everything under the sun is just bad news for Tarmogoyf. I'd much rather just try to set up this like grindy engine where I can win and then try to boil him out. The thing to keep in mind too is that he brings in Veil of Summer. Maybe I should be considering Pillage since he is a Field of Ruin deck. Over on the play, we'll try to leverage 1 Pillage, and then we'll revisit Collective Brutality on the draw. Yes, I'd like to play first. Collective Brutality can't take like his most threatening cards, so that's why I'm deciding not to bring it in. Okay, we've got Inquisition and triple Bloodbraid Elf. We're gonna try this out. On the play, sure, and we just hope to not have to face a Teferi. I'm going to Inquisition him immediately so I can play around Veil of Summer. I mean, we typically want to Inquisition right away anyway, but, I mean, it'd be nice to hold off on this to give us maximum odds of hitting the Teferi, but I don't think we have that luxury. Take a Growth Spiral. That was a pretty good take, assuming he doesn't draw gas, because now his hand just doesn't really do much. Play this tapped Raging Ravine unless I draw a 2-drop. Inquisition, probably going to miss. We're going to hold off until next turn, and we need to draw a land in the next 2 turns. So yeah, we'll hold off on Inquisition until the following turn to maximize our odds of hitting a Teferi. Teferi will just absolutely ruin our hand. There's a harbor, sure. Okay, we did hit a land. I guess we'll play around Spell Pierce, why not? And even if we don't hit, we're at least just checking the hand here. Okay, Mana Leak's fine. No, I'm not going to pay for Mana Leak. Okay, so we know there's one missing card. Please, no Teferi. One time, no Teferi. Okay. Let's try to bury our opponent under some serious value. This is why you don't play Lurrus. This is if there's a reason to not play Lurrus, this is absolutely it. Thoughtseize, very nice. Take a Thoughtseize, absolutely. It's gonna Field of Ruin us in response. You got it. I can kind of smell a... What do you call it coming? Veil. Never mind. We're not getting veiled. Thoughtseize. Would we rather take Jace or Cryptic Command? I think we're going to take the Jace here. Let's get to work. Even though additional Bloodbraid Elves line up well against Jace. Like, there was a debate to take the Cryptic Command, but this is the line we're going to take right here. I just don't want to have to attack the Jace. I'm going to attack our opponent. Snow-covered island. Okie dokie. K command, not bad, not bad. Let's see if he counters this. We should grab the forest, I guess. I was thinking for Kroxa. Didn't want to grab the forest at the time, but what's Cryptic Command going to do? It's going to counter the Ooze. What does that mean? Does that mean he's got Euro in hand? Probably. So many Bloodbraid Elves. Astrolabe. Sure. If we can win this game without revealing Boil, that'll be pretty good. But it seems like our opponent's already playing around it pretty efficiently. Jace. You got it. You got it, fam. He's gonna check the top of his library. Well then. Puts a card on the bottom. Let's try to kill him. I'm not gonna trophy. Oh, he just concedes. Okay. Yeah, we got 9. I was thinking I'm not going to trophy because I don't want to turn on Path. So that was pretty sweet. I think that on the draw we'll definitely remove this Pillage. Bring in a Collective Brutality. And this is probably fine. Don't know. We still haven't seen Euro. His deck must be playing Euro, right? Because Euro's just so much better than Growth Spiral. I think he's just not seeing them. I'm speaking right now in respects to whether or not we continue playing Spellbomb. I think that it might actually be reasonable to cut a land on the draw here. So we'll do that. I think it's going to be the Blackcleave Cliffs. And we'll play the second Brutality. Maybe not. Brutality is just not that impressive. No, we're going to do it. It's just things to do on turn 1, notably, or turn 2 rather, to curve out, because notably we did cut our Tarmogoyfs. We're not seeing our Wrenn and Sixes. Those are what are our powerhouses. Opponent mulls to 6. How do we feel about this hand? It's got no Inquisition, Thoughtseize, anything like that. But it's got Liliana and Bloodbraid Elf, which is why we're making the video, right? To highlight these cards. I think the hand's fine. You know what? There's a lot of power simply in not mulliganing and keeping functional hands. In that, this is a resource battle. Opponent mulls to 5. So don't get me wrong, I mean, if we mulled to 6 and found a piece of hand disruption, it would be pretty solid. But, I mean, being against a 5 in this resource battle, there's a lot of power in that. So I think that what we're doing here is correct. And if he's got like we can leverage a Scavenging Ooze too. Okay, so he grabs a breeding pool. And he's gonna abundant growth the breeding pool. Ashiok. Ashiok's probably pretty good in the matchup. And I'm just going to play this Nihil Spellbomb now to be mana efficient. A lot of power in that too. I'm going to get the Scavenging Ooze down. If he counters it, I'm actually fine with that. Because we've still got the Spellbomb if we need it. Okay, Growth Barrels. Throwing a Boil would be wonderful. And you know what? Notably, maybe we undervalued Pillage in this matchup. It's very possible. I'm tempted to Spellbomb him now. No, we're going to see if this Ashiok can resolve. So let's give him every reason to crack this first. Let's attack with a Scavenging Ooze here. Okay. Now hopefully he doesn't have Force of Negation. Because I would love for this Ashiok to deal with this Euro and also turn off future fetched lands. Temple Garden tapped. Okay, it looks like he's just trying to... And I'm actually I'm gonna mill him here. Oh, you know what? That was bad. He's an 80 card deck. Milling him's just unrealistic. I should have certainly targeted myself. So my apologies. That was not correct. Boil. No boil. Okay. So Thoughtseize first. Thoughtseize and then probably Liliana. Primeval Titan, really? Damn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't Primeval Titan yet. I'm going to take Teferi. Just more likely to hit the board. Man, Primeval Titan. These fucking piles, man. Crazy. Discard this Collective Brutality. He discards a Primeval Titan. Wonderful. I'm still going to target him. Just so then it makes Euros bad. I mean, we do have our Spellbomb, but I would like to get value out of our Spellbomb. What did we hit here? Only €1 we hit, so... Took a Field of the Dead out. Oh, our opponent missed land drop. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Boil. Beautiful. Okay. I think I want to boil him, right? Let's target him here. And not upticking Lily is so fishy. Or like upticking Lily and discarding a Bloodbraid Elf. Damn, that's fishy. What do we know about? Do we know about anything? We know about the Coatl. Okay. Coatl unknown? Let's just play the Bloodbraid Elf here. Okay, cool. This will force the Coatl out of his hand, I suppose. And we definitely should have Ashioked after the fact, but... Is this a Cryptic command? I guess I'm really happy we didn't boil. Huh. Return Lily... Counter Inquisition? Nope. What was the second mode? I don't know. Let's just keep playing. He's got no cards in hand. So if we could fade a land here, then we get to boil him. If he hits land, then he can cast Yorion, which can win him the game. Snap! Oh, now I'm scared. Well, we've got we've got Liliana to deal with Yorion. So I guess the real question is, do I... Oh my god! The Ashiok! We both forgot about it. That's hilarious. Okay, this game's over. It's lights out. It's lights out, my friend. Good night, sweet prince. Alright. That was sweet. I forgot that the back end, of course, it stops him from being able to fetch. So he fetches. He was unable to cast the Yorion. Now he's got one land in play. So this game should be set and match. He's just trying to burn our timer, I guess. Just like, whatever. Fair enough. He's gonna make us do it. He's gonna make us cross that line. And I'm not gonna minus the Ashiok because it just stops his fetch lines. It's doing a good job at that. Okay, Big Ben. Ace Fang. Sure. See if we can't draw a way to kill the Ice Fang before combat. No. Well, I guess we gotta attack through it, right? And we'll play Huntmaster. Our opponent's super dead. I mean, I guess I don't want to be overly confident. I don't know what he needs. Like, we're just so far ahead. I guess I'll block that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. We get to take on the Yorion deck. We get to take down the Yorion deck. We cash out the league so far. We're 3-2 with Classic Jund, or 3-1 with Classic Jund. Going for the 4-1. We'll see you guys in the next match. We've only lost to Tron so far. That's very, very reasonable of us. All right. We'll see you for the next match. All right, guys. Here we are for our last round with Classic Jund. Going for the 4-1. Looks like we get to be on the play. And unfortunately, we can't keep this hand. Got a mulligan. We're against a Lurrus deck, so maybe it's the mirror. Maybe this is the true test, right? We'll keep this. Kind of feel like bottoming the Barren Moor here. I think it will. Keep. Okay, lead with a Bloodstained Mire and pass the turn. Now, would I rather fight the mirror or would I rather fight Burn? Either way, we're going to learn something about this because we played against Burn a bunch of times with Lurrus and it feels really close. Okay, Llanowar Wastes, not what I expected. Hardened Scales. Oh no! Okay, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough, for sure. The Lurrus version of this deck, we have access to Seal of Fire that we can reoccur. I don't know how this is going to go. We do have Anger in the side, notably. So that could be good. But turn 1 Hardened Scales. I don't know, man. See how she goes. I think at this point I'm more concerned with fixing my... I feel okay to shock here. I think it's fine. We're going to play a very, very meager Tarmogoyf and pass the turn. I certainly don't want to cast Assassin's Trophy this early, so happy to just put this Goyf down. Okay, Throne of... How does this work again? Throne of Geth. Sacrifice an artifact, proliferate. Okay. So I think that now I'm going to hit the Hardened Scales this turn. And I mean, he could just go Lurrus, bring back Hardened Scales, which would be a bummer. But I gotta start attacking here. And Enchantment's a nice type to add. Definitely some debate there, but I think that just playing a land and saying go is probably not good. And if I'm gonna take any card, I probably want to hit the Scales because it has the most raw power, or the most potential power. And if he Lurrus brings something back, he can definitely bring back the Throne of Geth. But the the scales. At the time, he didn't have the second black source, and he didn't have this green source. Or sorry, he didn't have this green source, so it would have been a little harder to work around. Okay, and I'm happy we took the scales, because this would have been a ridiculously massive board. We're going to have a little bit of a better time in game 2 with Anger. Like, Anger would be sweet here. Okay, here, I think I'll play Bloodbraid Elf over Tarmogoyf too, for the sake of mana efficiency. Push is not bad. We'll kill the Ballista. Because if we kill the Arcbound Ravager, the token just gets moved over. Ballista's pretty good at holding counters, so. Okay, he's going to sack the Ballista, proliferate. It's going to make this Arcbound worker pretty large. I'll definitely trade with it if he wants to trade. Wait, how does this work again? Let's take a second here, because I can't remember the text on this. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had a counter on it, put those counters on at the beginning of combat on your... Okay, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if the Ozolith has counters on it, you may remove all counters. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're going to attack here. We've got a big Goyf. See if we can pressure. We'll definitely just keep turning things sideways. We've got another Goyf. We just want to pressure as much as possible before he can outsize our Tarmogoyf. And we're very happy to trade the Bloodbraid Elf for pretty much any creature at this stage. This league's been pretty cool so far. Pretty happy with our results overall, even if we lose this match. I mean, but we're not going to lose this match because we've got Bloodbraid Elf and Liliana. Which we're going to side out. The Liliana anyway. Or at least some number. Liliana's probably pretty bad in this matchup. And our opponent has an Arcbound Ravager, which was probably going to enter the battlefield, right? Wasn't it? Oh no, it wasn't an Arcbound Ravager. Is it a Walking Ballista? Okay. I thought no, it must... I confused myself. It was the Arcbound Worker. Okay. Okay. He's going to put the stuff on the thing. The Ballista is now a 3/3. We're going to take 2 here. And once he gets Lurrus into play, he's going to be in real good shape. This is a sweet Lurrus deck. Like, you can keep bringing back Walking Ballista and putting counters on, and etc., etc. It's a very powerful engine indeed. I got respect for this deck and its sheer power. So, we're going to attack with this Bloodbraid Elf and just, like, force action. We've just got to be the beatdown while we still can. How sweet would push be right here? Oh man, I wish. Or even Bolt would have been insane there in that window. Okay. Lurrus comes down. What's he grab here? The worker. Okay. So we gotta do something fast, because next turn if he brings back this Hardened Scales, his board's just gonna get completely out of control. Also, he could, hypothetically, if he so chooses, mow down our Tarmogoyf with his Walking Ballista this turn. Gross! We can still win off the back of... we're not dead yet. We've got reach in the form of our bolts. We've got removal. We've got reasonable top decks. We are not dead. We are, however, priced into this block. Wait, we are dead. Because the 4 gets in, and then he ballistas us a whole bunch. And he goes, pew, 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 pew. Oh, wait, he can ballista us not enough times. Oh, now he can. Alright, well, that was fun. Okie dokie. Okay, so really wish we had our Collector Oofs here, but we don't. So we'll play these Angers. And I think I'm happy to play these Spellbombs and Huntmasters. Okay, let's make a maybe board here. So Spellbombs seem reasonable. Huntmaster seems Gucci gang. Collective Brutality seems like the most maybe-ish. I don't think we want to play Pillage. Even it's like it says destroy artifact, but really what it says is destroy land. Let's cut the Thoughtseizes, but maybe keep in the Inquisitions. Maybe not. Whoopsies, whoopsies. I'm gonna put these over here. Push Bolt, all wonderful. Scavenging Ooze, pretty good. Tarmogoyf, Kroxa, fine. Trophy fine. Wrenn and Six is good. Liliana's are bad. Let's just cut all the lilies. It's definitely not a matchup where it shines. I don't know how I feel about Kloyths. Let's bring in Huntmasters and Spellbombs. And then let's talk about this Kloyths. Kloyths, do I need you in this league, or would I rather run these brutalities? It does hit the graveyard. It does pig the graveyard. I think I'm going to trim the Kloyths for 1 brutality. Brutality might actually be pretty good because he could play Welding Jar, which Brutality's goodish against. Goodish against. I think I'll go like this. I want the Inquisitions to take away the Hardened Scale. We'll play 1 Brutality. See how this goes. And yes, I would like to play first. We'll keep this. This looks great. Oh, it looks okay. It looks fine. We've got Kolaghan's Command, Wrenn and Six. We would have really liked any 1-drop, and then this hand would have been spot on. Opponent mulligans to 6. Yeah, this Kroxa being like a Inquisition would have been pure fire. Blooming Marsh. Bayou, you say. Okay, so no one drop from our opponent. That's good. He's got a chunky, clunky monkey. That's right. That's what I said. Alright, Wrenn and Six on curve. Buying back that Verdant Catacombs so we can cast our anger eventually. This feels pretty good so far. Anger can sweep away Lurrus for good, along with whatever else he's got going on. A forest. A hardened scales. You got it. An ancient stirrings. Okay, so our opponent's got a bit of a slow progression. Which is good for us. I think that I probably hold up anger. He reveals forest, okay. So not the strongest progression from our opponent, although they do have a hardened scales in play. We got to respect that. So yeah, let's run out this Verdant Catacombs. I'm going to fetch with it now. I'm going to shock. I want to set up my mana. Probably not going to shock any more times if I can help it. Moving forward. We'll grab back this Verdant Catacombs, and we will pass the turn with K command up. I will pretty happily K command anything he plays. Arcbound Ravager, okie dokie. Let's smash this Ravager and make him discard. Veil of Summer. Oh, that's a bummer. Huge bummer. I don't want to use the anger here. It just feels bad. Veil of Summer, huge bummer, obviously. Cascade. Trophy. I think I trophy the scales here. He can bring it back with Lurrus. That's fine. If he brings it back with Lurrus, that means he's playing Lurrus that turn, and we can fine with that. And then we get to just have more stuff to sweep away. Let's uptick Wrenn for no value here. And do I send in this Bloodbraid Elf? Or do I leave it back? I think I'll leave it back to protect this Wrenn and Six. That Veil of Summer. Damn. That was kind of a blowout, to be honest. More and more I think about it, that really sucks. Would have been really nice to untap without the... Oh, second Ravager. Damn. Okay. Animation module. I wonder if we could have played this game differently. Did I misplay? Okay, so if I cast Anger, he sacks the Ravager to the Ravager, and... Oh my god. That was pretty sweet. That Zolith card. Okay. Okay, how does this work? Now, if I ping this, he eats it. He can't activate this yet. He can sack. He can go up to 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play Kroxa first and see what he does about it. We hit a Ravager. This will ping this, force this action. Yep. Yep, I know. I know. I know. I could cycle my peatland searching for push. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It feels pretty bad. I mean, like, we're really just hoping to draw the push, right? Another Wrenn and Six, okay. Yeah, I might not have navigated that turn the best. Really missing cards like Ancient Grudge and Collector Oof in the matchup. All this stuff with Arcbound Ravager just makes this creatures get out of anger range so quickly. Okay, here comes a Lurrus, and it's gonna wreak havoc on us. Quite frankly, it's gonna bring back another Arcbound Ravager, and we're gonna lose control of this game real fast. A Hardened Scales, okay. I guess that makes sense too. It's pretty terrifying. Yeah, you got it, man. He makes a servo. He attacks the Wrenn and Six. Okay, so I guess we'll block. Why not? Rather Bloodbraid Elf be in the graveyard than in exile. So let's just anger. This Lurrus has to go away. It's not really much negotiating there. Like, yeah, he's going to get to make this thing colossal and very likely kill us with it. But, again, There's just no compromising. The Lurrus has to go away. Bring back Nurturing Peatland. Play it, hope to live. Okay, fingers crossed. I apologize if you can hear my son and my dog playing in the other room. Okay, we take 8 here. Get oofed. Can he sacrifice this to anything? Oh, he just has enough artifacts in play. We're just dead. Let's just... Right? We go da-da, 12. Yeah, it's over. Alright. Good game. Good game to the opponent. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that league. I think that the takeaway here is that Classic Jund is probably still like playable in that on its own it has very raw, powerful cards and it can definitely sneak out wins. But the sheer card advantage that Lurrus provides, I feel like it's a second banana. But I love Bloodbraid Elf. I love Liliana. Every once in a while, I want to jam them occasionally. I think they're great. I hope something changes up where maybe they fix the companions or they ban most of them. I don't know. But I do know a absolute nightmare scenario for Jund is if they ban Lurrus or even Bauble. And they don't ban any other companions. That would be rough. Because then you're just going to see a bunch of Yorions and Obosh. Those are companions that we just can't compete with already. Without Lurrus, there's no way. Anyway, I'm not going to sound all doom and gloom. Let's leave this on a good note. If you enjoyed this content, hit that subscribe button. Right? Leave a comment. Tell me how I could do better in line A, B, and C. And I'm going to quit my rant. Have a nice day.